to the Cinementalists. Noun, plural. Definition, those whose love for movies runs so deep, they can't help but do a podcast about them. Hosted by Colton Robertson and Joseph George.
Hello everybody and welcome in to the Cinementalists, where today we continue our top 100 favorite actors of all time with part 5. These are the 50s. We're working from the bottom of the list to the top of the list, 59 through 50 today. I am Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And for those who do not know, we are doing our top 100 favorite actors, a 10-part series where we're doing basically 10 at a time. Working from the bottom of the list to the top of the list in 10 easy, digestible parts. Lots of fun. We've already discussed 40 incredible actors to this point, and it has been an absolute joy. But some of the more heartbreaking shit are the ones who don't make the cut. And there are some heavy hitters that don't make the cut. So again, important to emphasize, favorites of all time. This is entirely subjective, and I know that all of it is subjective anyway, whether you think this person's the best actor of all time or this person's the best actor of all time. That's subjective too, but there's definitely a different criteria you're considering if you're going, these are the 100 best actors of all time. I kind of disregarded that in this realm, and obviously I still find all these people to be incredibly talented. Yes, a lot of them would overlap, but there might be a different order to... Oops, sorry, I just dropped my phone. There might be a different order to things if we'd done it that way, which in turn results in some great names being left off of the list. Give me a couple people that it hurt to leave outside your top 100.
Yeah, and this guy, I don't know why, I feel extra bad. And maybe it's because every time he's on screen, it's so joyful. I feel like all of his roles. It was hard to leave off John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
He's funny. And like Step Brothers is kind of, an all-timer. That was just
Talladega
one of the
Nights.
funniest movies ever growing up. Yeah, and then him paired off with Will Ferrell has always just been, a very present of mind, or it was always a movie role in which stood out in the young years. And then, in Guardians of the Galaxy, the little small, for the Nova Corps or whatever, he's one of those guys, it's like, and then every time I just see him, it's just fun. Kong Skull Island, he's, the guy who's lived there forever and gone a little crazy, but then, gets back to his family. I don't know, so it was, I feel... like every time he's on screen, it is so heartwarming. Or it feels good. But
that's definitely the case with a lot of his contemporary comedy work. He was a close friend and is a close friend of Paul Thomas Anderson, actually, director of One Battle After Another, and therefore early on in Paul Thomas Anderson's career, John C. Reilly is in a lot of those movies. He's in Hard Eight. He's in Boogie Nights. He's in Magnolia. He's in, all that stretch at the beginning of PTA's career. John C. Reilly is very, very present. And I'm pretty sure he's popped in and out since. I think he's in There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Dano and all that. So he's also had his fair share of dramatic work, and he's very, very good at it. Underrated actor, and it hurts to leave him off. I brought this up several times. I would kill to see him in a Wes Anderson thing. I think him and Wes Anderson would just be perfect together. Yes. My favorite John C. Reilly led movie is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, which basically just ruins every musical biopic you could possibly imagine. It's a spoof of the musical biopic, and he is Dewey Cox, and they're spoofing the Johnny Cash Walk the Line biopic, but even so, every biopic that's come since it, because this was in 2007, every biopic that's come since it basically is just Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. but not funny, and therefore it has less value. I absolutely adore it. It's so funny, and if you can, you should absolutely watch Walk Hard. It is outstanding. So John C. Reilly, yeah, that's tough. That's a tough. I don't have him either, but it was not easy because I fucking love that guy. I'm going with a pretty big one. Definitely big in our childhoods, and definitely about to make waves come this December with his turn as Doom. I don't have Robert Downey Jr. on my list. I don't have RDJ. I mostly because I obviously I've seen his Oscar-winning turn as Louis Strauss in Oppenheimer, and I've seen a couple other RDJ things, but I know him as Tony Stark. I know him as Iron Man, and he's incredible as Iron Man. He's very, very good. He's completely shifted the way that, he fit that character so perfectly that the character itself just kind of became Robert Downey Jr. if he was a tech genius, and that's kind of it's kind of awesome, it's something that I brought up a few weeks ago that we should do at some point for Geek With Me, like a top 100 favorite comic book portrayals of all time, and kind of those adaptations of the character and those performances of the character. I think it would be an interesting list because he would be towards the top of that list. That would be one that's almost impossible to remove him from. But I just part of this was and I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm confident he won't not come up, and therefore it was kind of easy to go. I can leave him off. I'm pretty sure he'll come up. He's in a couple of your favorite movies, and he'll get his flowers. So RDJ, tough one to leave off, but not crazy difficult. But a big name that I thought about, obviously. So RDJ, not on my list.
Yeah, and you are correct. RDJ will appear. He will get his flowers for sure. And funny, I guess, kind of in a similar vein, ish. Another superhero that I guess will be left off moving forward, but he's known for more than just his superhero role. I couldn't quite get Ben Affleck in there, and I do his Batman. I think is underrated on the grand. Christian Bale seems to dominate the scene. My favorite is Pattinson, kind of already. But then, I think Ben Affleck, it's got this weird middle ground where you have the Zack Snyder lovers that, love him and he's the best, or he just isn't cared about at all as Batman. But, like going all the way, like, I don't know. He's, I guess, way more than just Batman. I don't want to boil him down to just that's
no. That's such a blip on his career for sure. Yeah.
But Good Will Hunting, in which I love this movie. He's just not the biggest role there. Like
he's
he doesn't
not even the second.
Really do
he's
much.
Probably not even third.
Yeah.
As far as like who you think of from that, might not even be fourth. Like I go to that movie and I think of Matt Damon, Robin Williams, Minnie Driver, and then Stellan Skarsgård personally. Yeah. And then Ben Affleck.
Like, oh yeah, Ben Affleck's in
as far as a performance is concerned. Obviously, that movie doesn't happen without Ben Affleck. He co-wrote it with Matt Damon. I don't want to say that. I do immediately think of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck when I think of Good Will Hunting. But as far as the performance is concerned, I agree. Yeah, he's a little bit down the list for me. Not on my list either. And he certainly was not going to be higher than Matt Damon, who I had last episode. Tough exclusion, but I just haven't seen enough to fall in love with Ben Affleck. Not the way that I have kind of Matt Damon,
And Gone Girl, I guess I haven't seen
fucking banger
yet. But he's, I guess, does he lead in that? It looks like
he's the lead.
Okay,
him and
and Rosamund.
Yep, Rosamund
Pike.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike. Yeah, that's a really good movie. I actually quite enjoy Gone Girl. And again, it's not that I don't like Ben Affleck. I've seen him in a lot that I do quite enjoy, but more often than not, I'm just kind of like, okay, yeah, sure. And but Good Will Hunting. Definitely
Married to J-Lo? Are they still? Or no? Is that
hard to say?
Is that a long time ago?
They were. I mean, they were married a long time ago, and then they divorced for a while, and then they got married again. Or they were together again. I guess I don't know that they got married again, but they were married. They got divorced. They got together. Not sure exactly. I know that he was married to Julia Garner, also his Elektra counterpart when he was Daredevil.
Okay. Okay.
They were actually married for a while. Yeah. No, Ben Affleck. I mean, swell looking guy. Quite enjoy the way Ben Affleck looks. But yeah, don't have him either. But I'll seal the deal on the left outs with Daniel Craig. Don't have Daniel Craig. And this one a little bit more of a heartbreaker for me. But then I looked at what I've seen Daniel Craig in, and I don't know him for much outside of Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
Queer was a great movie, and he does a great job in that movie. I haven't seen his Bond movies. I have a feeling that if I had, he would be here. I just haven't seen Daniel Craig outside of Knives Out enough for me to feel like I can properly go, yeah, Daniel Craig.
Yeah, I guess. Huh. I mean, I have seen his Bond movies, or some of, I don't know if all of them, but some of them, but I still didn't throw him in here myself. I think, kind of whenever the Glass Onion cast went around, it was like, well, he is Benoit Blanc,
Yeah.
And that
his
is
role as
strong,
Benoit Blanc, like he could do that forever, and I wouldn't mind. Like that would be awesome. I love Benoit Blanc, and again, if we were doing like favorite characters ever, Benoit Blanc might be here. Like he is that awesome. But Daniel Craig Daniel Craig just generally, I just haven't seen enough outside of Benoit Blanc, and that's on me. That's not on him, of course. I just haven't watched nearly enough Benoit Blanc, enough Daniel Craig.
Both. I mean,
both. I need more Benoit Blanc.
Even
frankly.
with 3 movies, it's not enough.
It's not enough. Give me all the Benoit Blanc mysteries you can. So those are the leave-offs. Sorry, the dogs are playing together, and therefore they're sneezing all over each other. If you can hear that in the background. No Daniel Craig, but we are going to start this episode with 59.
Yes.
How about you give it to me? Who you got? Who you starting this episode with?
All right. Someone who, off of one role, I don't think I've seen him in anything else other than one TV role, but man, is his TV role, I love him. I love his character. And then really what solidified this person, though, is a real life act that they did. That kind of was like, oh, dang, okay, you are the character that you say you are on screen, but also in real life. This is the Onion Knight, Liam Cunningham, from the good old, Onion Knight from Thrones, but then
Sir Davos Seaworth.
Delivers actual aid to the Gaza Strip.
I love Liam Cunningham.
So it's not, I think there's a lot of actors below him that like it is kind of crazy that I would hold him up here, but there's kind of a theme. This guy and the next guy is not really like they're I do love them whenever they are an actor, but it is like them as a person and the character they played that was just kind of like, oh man, this is incredible and just feels good. So I kind of is why he's here. But all throughout Thrones, though, I mean, he was actually like just a
Jon Snow.
Like
he's the king in the north. I love Liam Cunningham. And to your point, like this is one of the good examples of being able to pull from who they are or present themselves as opposed to just being just who they are when they act on screen. Liam Cunningham is absolutely a badass. Just actually going on the flotillas of support for the Gaza Strip was absolutely awesome. He has always been a really, really outspoken ally of the oppressed, and just generally an awesome awesome dude. I don't have Liam Cunningham, and again, I don't have any Thrones actors, but I have seen him in a couple other things that I would love to recommend to you. He has done a couple movies with Cillian Murphy, young Cillian Murphy, talking like 05, 06. The Wind That Shakes the Barley, awesome movie. Cillian Murphy led, where Cillian Murphy plays a soldier during the Irish Revolution, and just so good. And the other one is Breakfast on Pluto, where Cillian Murphy plays a trans woman, and Liam Cunningham is like this biker that she stumbles onto while she's traveling and trying to get some, like, it's awesome, and Liam Cunningham is really good in both those movies. But yeah, it's Sir Davos Seaworth. It doesn't get much. Again, if we're doing a top 100 favorite characters, I'd be remiss to not include Sir Davos Seaworth somewhere on there. That dude's a fucking awesome character. Liam Cunningham, great pull.
So kind of crazy, 59 to launch him, up here, but that it was just kind of. I did actually love him as an actor as well. And then, it was even easier to kind of have that real life angle in there too. So
yeah, given the hint, I think I know who your 58 is also, but I'll hold that in for the time being. My 59 is much less public in any capacity. Just he's in a ton of stuff. You've seen him everywhere. You love him or you hate him. There's no in between. 59's where I have Nick Cage.
Yes.
Nick Cage. Yeah. Yeah. I literally last night I read off the list of who was in my 50s to Emily to see what movie she wanted to watch. And I started the list with Nick Cage, and she goes, "Let's just stop there. Let's go ahead and watch a Nick Cage movie." I was like, "Do you want to watch like a serious Nick Cage movie, or do you want to watch a goofy Nick Cage movie?" And she goes, "Goofy." So I showed her Face Off, which is him and John Travolta in a John Woo picture where they literally wear each other's faces.
Wow.
It's incredible. Yeah. John Travolta's character has to go undercover as Nick Cage's character, and they surgically remove Nick Cage's face and put it on John Travolta's body, who then obviously just becomes Nick Cage. And Nick Cage thereafter is acting like John Travolta, acting like Nick Cage, which is an incredible amount of layers of contrivance. But plot twist, Nick Cage's character wakes up from his coma and gets John Travolta's face and puts it on him and then kills everybody who knew about the mission. So now he has just become John Travolta and nobody knows.
Wow.
Yeah, incredible movie. Absolutely ridiculous. And it is so fucking awesome. Face Off, incredible Nick Cage movie. Another great Nick Cage movie we covered earlier this year, Wild at Heart, David Lynch, Laura Dern. We love those. He's worked with Marty in Bringing Out the Dead. Excuse me, sorry. Bringing Out the Dead, really underrated Scorsese feature. Like dark and trippy and weird and awesome. But the best Nick Cage turn for my money that I've ever seen is Pig. It's on Netflix currently. He's a kind of hermit who lives in the woods in Portland, or outside of Portland, and he has a little truffle pig, and he goes and he gets truffles and he sells them to markets, and and it's kind of like I don't want to spoil any of it. I had no idea what the movie was about, but I fell in love. It's a really, really human drama about how we deal with grief and how we grow in the face of it, and how we face our own mortality, all this good stuff. And Pig is an incredible movie, and one where Nick Cage is actually an incredible actor. Like, it reminds you of what he's best at. So, of course, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, him and Pedro Pascal. I love that movie. I think it's really funny, and I love both of them in it. But yeah, Nick Cage, 59.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was my 94, I guess. So we did have him,
Just
and
a
yeah, I
few
guess
spots north.
I've been going on the Nick Cage kick a little bit, and yeah, once I don't know see more, he only has room to grow. I think that's for sure. He just kind of with Wild at Heart slipped in kind of last minute there, but yeah, okay. Well, going on. If maybe you already guessed it, I'd say yeah. The theme of their real life self kind of is what put them here. But you know they do have some roles that I really do love. And this guy has 2 roles that I really do love, and more that I haven't seen that I feel bad for. But this is where I have Donald Glover. A good old Lando Calrissian, a smooth Lando Calrissian at that. And also in The Martian, the guy who doesn't seem to have it all together, but boom, solves the gravity assist to save the mission. You know, bro did some legitimate orbital mechanics and saved the day. I guess Kevin Weir did that first originally when he wrote it, and then but yeah, no, it is 2 characters in which I really love, but the real life persona or person behind the actor I do love a whole lot.
Oh, so just the general artist also.
Yeah. Yes, much better word there. Yes, he is not just an actor. Why does every black actor gotta rap some? I don't know. All I know is that I'm the best one. But yeah, no, he's just. I love his music. I love his acting. I love him as a person. I love him direct. This is America. He directs his music. Everything is very intentional. Yeah. I don't think he really does much without kind of the thought going into it. And just a team up that I really want to see is Jordan Peele and Donald Glover. I want a horror led Donald, or Daniel Kaluuya, Donald Glover, I don't know. Give me that.
That would be
whatever
a cool collaboration. You got to watch Atlanta, man.
I know, and that's what I do feel bad.
And that is just full of people that I feel terrible for leaving off the list. Literally top to bottom. I don't have Donald Glover. I don't have Brian Tyree Henry. I don't have, or I might have had Lakeith Stanfield. Did I have Lakeith Stanfield? I don't think I had Lakeith Stanfield. If I did, he would have been in the 90s. I didn't have Lakeith Stanfield. I thought about having
up Lakeith in conversation, I feel like.
Yeah, he did. But I don't have Lakeith Stanfield, and I really wanted to include Zazie Beetz. Just hasn't been in enough, but I really love her every time I see her. Atlanta is an incredible show, and it's especially if you love Donald Glover. And again, it's chock full of some incredible actors. You won't be disappointed. It's really special. He has a Prime movie, a short film. It's 50 minutes with Rihanna. It's called Guava Island. Love that. That's where Feels Like Summertime and that little 2-pack that he released that one summer. Do la me do. Do la me do. I love you. Yeah, it's the good shit. But no one else above you. Yeah, I love Donald Glover, man, and that's a great pick. I don't have him, but yeah, he's shown up in a lot of good stuff. And Community, of course, the sitcom Community, where he got his real start.
He's Yoshi in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Wait, I didn't know this. I had no idea, bro. Yoshi.
He actually reached out directly and was like, "I want to be Yoshi," and they were like,
really?
So Yoshi really just says Yoshi. Is that okay with you? And he was like, "Yeah, I just want to be Yoshi."
I mean,
they were like, "You're not going to have much to do besides say Yoshi," and he's like, "That's fine. I just want to be Yoshi." So he's gotten to be Lando, he's gotten to be Yoshi, he's gotten to be Prowler. Hopefully he gets to actually be Prowler at some point. I would love to see that. But I really, really enjoy Donald Glover. So really good pull at 58. I'm going with a musical-minded person as well at 58. Okay. Completely different version of musically minded, much more theater. That sort of vein. 58's where I have Hugh Jackman.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I love me some Logan. Obviously grew up on his X-Men movies. He was my beloved from a very young age. I very quickly fell for Wolverine and Hugh Jackman in general. But as I grew, I found him in these other things. I remember when I went and saw The Greatest Showman in theaters, and I was like, oh my God, this guy's fucking incredible. You're kidding me. Because all I knew him as at that point was Wolverine. So him all of a sudden breaking out into song and being exceedingly good at it blew me away. It wasn't until after that I visited his Tom Hooper collaboration for Les Miserables 2012 with Amanda Seyfried and Anne Hathaway and Russell Crowe, and just a great cast there. Eddie Redmayne. I love Les Mis, and that's one that we will probably cover at some point, if I had to guess. Just whenever we do a musical forward project, which we've wanted to for a long time, we just haven't ever found the spot for it. I would love to tackle that. Les Mis is incredible, but Prisoners, another one that we covered recently.
Ooh, yeah.
That is so good. Hugh Jackman's a weird actor where. I don't want to say weird actor, but he's an actor where I watch a Hugh Jackman movie, and when I'm in the midst of a Hugh Jackman kick, I go on this probably once every year and a half. I watch one Hugh Jackman movie, and then I go, I have to watch all the Hugh Jackman movies. And I don't really know why. I just dive into them headlong. So if I had been in the midst of one of these, there's a really solid chance he pops up in the top 20. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just, if I'm in the throes of my Hugh Jackman passion, he goes up the list like crazy. I love me some Hugh. So had him at 58.
All right. Well, I do have him, but not this week. He will be later. He's just an actor's actor. He feels like what an actor is supposed to be, and I don't know really
belongs
why.
On the stage,
but yes, he is where he's supposed to be. We will return to the man later on. But in the meantime, we will. I got the Star Wars kind of music going on in the background. It was because I knew someone was coming up from the Star Wars world, and Ooh. I guess we already had Lando. I guess true. I guess there, but the main kind of hitter of Star Wars this episode for me is Daisy Ridley, right here at 57. Had to throw Rey in here, which is pretty much all that I do know her for. As Rey, there are some movies that I've been close to pulling the trig on. There was like one where she was I'm trying to remember the name, like just on a beach, I feel like, or it seemed very dark and grim. Actually, with
Young Woman in the Sea.
Yes, that one. I don't know why. It was a.
It's actually really, really inspiring. So I'm a Daisy Ridley connoisseur. Okay. I've seen, aside from her 3 movies as Rey, I've only watched, I think, 4 movies aside from that, but she hasn't been in much. I think it's like 5 or 6 other movies, maybe more. But Young Woman in the Sea is definitely one that I have seen. I love that movie. Actually, it's about the first woman to ever swim the English Channel.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
and she. I mean, it's awesome. It's really inspiring. I was surprised by how much I liked it. I thought I was just kind of I was like, I'm gonna watch it. It's Daisy Ridley, and I'll forget it. I did not forget about it. I like that movie a lot. The darker one that I quite enjoy is
Sometimes I Think About Dying.
Yep, Sometimes I Think About Dying. I love that movie. Is that the one you were actually thinking about?
Yeah,
yes, because she is on a beach, like on like a pyre, basically on that poster.
Yeah, and
that movie fucking rules. Beautiful movie. Magpie. That's another really, really good one. That's kind of a thriller where she's a little bit of a femme fatale. Pretty badass. The Cleaner, I went and saw that in theaters last year. She's actually in that with Clive Owen, who was in Children of Men, the lead there. She plays a window cleaner. It's basically Die Hard. It's basically like bad Die Hard.
A window cleaner. Okay.
So she's a window cleaner on a skyscraper. So those people who go out there and like they're scaling the building, and terrorists take over the building, and when they do that, she's outside cleaning a window. So like she's able to access it, and like she's applied to be like. She's tried to be like MI6, and she's trying to be an agent. Like she's a badass, but she's just not getting accepted anywhere. And this obviously changes things. Yeah. But yeah, Cleaner is super. I mean, it's super fun. It's not great, but it's super fun. So yeah, Daisy Ridley, man, I'm glad you included her because I did not, which was just I was hoping you would, but I'm like one movie shy. One like great Daisy Ridley turn shy of being like, God, she could be top 50 if I was in the middle of if I was in the middle of a Daisy Ridley run, like I said with Hugh Jackman, like she's that good. Yeah.
And I really hope that the same kind of pattern follows true that like Hayden Christensen saw, that like, the initial just kind of hate for all the, just hateful kind of adults that were out, during the time of your movie, but then all the kids grow up, and then it's like, no, you were loved the whole time, but the kids just didn't have the voice, they didn't have their voice heard yet. So
it's a really, really vocal contingent of the fandom that hates women that doesn't like Daisy Ridley. Like, one thing that you can't take away from Daisy Ridley is she is undoubtedly the best actor to have led a trilogy. She's better than Mark Hamill. She's better than Hayden Christensen. As a performer, she is absolutely the best lead that those movies have ever seen. I would argue that the sequels have the best cast as far as talent is concerned.
Actually,
the prequels have a little bit of something to say there, and Harrison Ford carries a lot of weight in the originals. But you look at Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Andy Serkis, Lupita Nyong'o. Just a ridiculous Benicio del Toro pops up in those movies. Like there's an
you still
insane
get Harrison
slate.
Ford.
You still get Harrison
Mark
Ford.
Hamill.
Yeah, exactly. You still get Carrie Fisher. There's still like it's just incredible cast, and prequels with Ewan and Samuel L. Jackson and Liam Neeson, and you do get some heavy hitters, but just Natalie Portman, just not nearly to me the low level of talent that you find in the sequels, and Daisy Ridley is no small part of that. Fuck yeah, I love that. I'm super glad you included her. But my 57, I'm going with someone you've already mentioned. It was a couple weeks ago, I believe, in Russell Crowe.
Yes.
Stars opposite Hugh Jackman, actually, in Les Miserables as Javert, the counterpart to Hugh Jackman, the villain of the film. It's a lot of people deem him miscast. I disagree. I quite enjoy Russell Crowe as Javert. Which is a hot take, apparently. I didn't know it was a hot take until I saw how much people do not like him as Javert. Gladiator, obviously, the big one. That's always what you'll go to as Maximus Decimus Meridius. But The Insider, American Gangster, The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys is fucking hysterical. That's one of my favorite comedies of the 10s, and he is so good at it. But yeah, I don't have much more to say about Russell Crowe than what we brought up earlier. I think he's really, really talented. I think he's a really, really good actor, and I love that in his as of the last few years, he's basically just doing whatever the fuck he wants, and that's a lot of fun. Popping up in like the Pope's exorcist, being the exorcist of the Pope who has been possessed. That's awesome. He's awesome. I like him a lot. So Russell Crowe.
Yeah, he was 96 for me. So kind of Nick Cage at 94, Russell Crowe at 96. Kind of, it's like a weird mirroring kind of
a little bit
going on. But okay, yeah, that's do need to get more. Yeah, the Beautiful Mind, is that what it is?
Yeah.
That I need that's one I need to get to myself. I feel like I've heard, but yeah, he only has room to grow, I feel like, for me. And but okay. Let's see, that's on to 56 now. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a weird the way that these lined up. I mentioned him on my 56 already when talking about the people we were leaving off. And he came up with John C. Reilly. This is the other half of Step Brothers. This is Will Ferrell for me. I had to have Will Ferrell on here, and I think as of this moment, in time, do I really like him as much as I did when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, in those years? No. Like, it has fallen off quite hard, but I can't deny that this guy was just like one of the funniest humans on planet Earth for a large portion of my life.
He was on a fucking heater.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s, dude. Like, I can't go wrong there.
Yeah, he just, and so he's, now not quite, but man, was, all of his movies, I think, are just, if you knew early 2000s and Will Ferrell was in it, like, you gotta see, whatever was going down. And like his Saturday Night Live skits, I love. We had all of his skits on SNL on DVD. And it was honestly one of the most played DVDs in our household that we went back to all the time. I was just watching his SNL skits, and so like
I love that.
And like kicking and screaming. We had that deep. We had like a Will Ferrell like section in our DVD cabinet, pretty much, of just like all of his movies. But yeah, so he's just someone who like. At this moment, no, he's not quite my favorite, but I have to recognize.
Dude, he was so good when we were younger. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't have Will Ferrell, and it is for that reason where I'm like, I think part of it was that he just doesn't excite me the way he used to. Like it used to be like Will Ferrell. There was a point in my life where Will Ferrell was my favorite person to watch on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that for a fact. I absolutely adored Anchorman growing up. That was I'm Ron Burgundy. That was always one of my favorites. I quote it religiously almost. There was Step Brothers, like you mentioned, Talladega Nights. We already brought up. The first movie that I ever watched that was in a different language was a Will Ferrell movie. It was Casa de Mi Padre. House of My Father. Okay. Ridiculous. Probably hasn't aged well, but there's nothing but Spanish spoken in the movie, and Will Ferrell speaks Spanish the whole time. It probably is not. I mean, it wasn't very good then. It's almost certainly not good now.
Yeah. Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has some interesting producer nods in the menu.
Yeah.
The Menu and May December. Maybe not the producer.
No, he's had a lot of interesting producer credits, and that's, as of late, that is the more interesting side of what he's done, I would say. And he was a part of Barbie.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that Will Ferrell. I kind of see him serving as a bridge between kind of like older Gen X and modern, progressiveness kind of, like he had a documentary come out last year that went straight to Netflix, if I'm not mistaken, that was about a friend he's had for a very long time who came out to him as trans. And they went on like a road trip together, and it was basically just them talking through it all a little bit. And it's, it's Will Ferrell kind of like, he's still an older guy, and he's one of those, I'll never understand it, but I support you, but like he is loving, and he's not exclusionary, and he's trying to be a good guy. And I appreciate that, the spirit of it, and, Will Ferrell seems like a solid dude, and, very funny. So can't go wrong there.
Yeah. Had to have him. But yeah, he's a weird. Yeah, John C. Reilly and him just happened to kind of line up, which seemed pretty perfect on the people
I love
to
that.
exclude, and then him coming up this episode. So, but yeah, that's 56.
Right. Well, you mentioned the menu, and at 56, I have its lead, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Okay. Yes,
love Anya Taylor-Joy. Furiosa, my God, that is an awesome movie, and she is awesome in it. Emma is one that I think is probably my favorite technical performance of hers. That is Autumn de Wilde really directed the shit out of a really, really good rom-com. And I love her in it. The Menu, like you mentioned, I think she's super good in. Last Night in Soho, she's really, really good in that, and just kind of electric and gravitating. And I'm like, you are enrapturing. I love me some Anya Taylor-Joy. And most recently, the show that I saw her in was Peaky Blinders. She's in the last couple seasons of Peaky Blinders as Gina Gray, and she is perfectly unlikable. I really, really love that. I love when an actor who I enjoy plays someone I don't like. And Peaky Blinders is full of those. With Sam Neill and Patty Considine and Anya Taylor-Joy and a few more, but she's awesome, and I can't wait for her to play Aaliyah in Dune Part 3, as they're calling it. That's going to be really awesome, and Anya Taylor-Joy, man, can't go wrong. Really big fan.
Yeah, I had her at 89, and I don't think I brought up her in The Northman at all whenever I talked to her.
Yeah, I loved that movie.
She
I only saw it
that...
once in theaters.
Ah, okay, yeah. I wish I would have seen that on the big screen. That was a beautiful movie. But yeah, she has that kind of like she fits very well in old timey medieval or Viking, kind of that era.
Yeah. She's got that look about her. Like she looks like a vampire.
Yeah, she on it. Yeah, and not in a mean. I don't know, and kind of just you look like you are eternal. Or like you are so beautiful, or you're so perfect. Like her proportions are just so perfect that it just doesn't seem, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that that's a normal lifetime for some reason. Her
complexion is like porcelain. Like it's like she looks like a doll, like a little bit, but not in a unnatural way. It's weird. It's she is gorgeous, and she is she even leaned into it. Like at her wedding, their cake was like designed like a anatomically correct human heart. Like it was like they're weird. They're weird people. And they definitely lean into the fact that she looks like a vampire a little bit, which is why I really would have loved to have seen her instead of Lily Rose Depp in Nosferatu. But we live and we learn.
That she would have been perfect in that.
She would have been really... I mean, like, directed by the same guy who did The Northman and The Witch and all sorts of stuff that Anya Taylor-Joy has already been a part of. So I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, she was originally in that role and then backed out, probably because of Furiosa, if I had to guess.
I'd rather have Furiosa.
I'd rather have Furiosa, too. Yeah. But it is what it is. Love me some Anya Taylor-Joy. But let's move along to 55.
All right, 55. One that you already brought up, I'm pretty sure. But our most recent Best Actor winner, Michael B. Jordan. I knew he was going to be on mine. I loved him before Sinners. I loved him as Creed. Like in the Creed movies, like I never really attached to the Rocky movies at all.
Right.
Like they were, but I was always envious of like my parents and like my uncles and all of them. They always spoke of the Rocky movies as like, oh man, you don't love the Rocky movies, or like those are just so good. And it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't grow up with them. But then whenever every Creed release that would come out, I'm like, all right, I'm becoming a boxer out of nowhere, or like, I'm not a fighter whatsoever. But then it gets me.
Dude, I want to run through a brick fucking wall.
God,
well, it's more just that like, I want to sprint down the street with a crowd of people behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to wear a short sleeve hoodie, and with the hood up, and I just want to pull a fucking truck with chains.
Yes.
Give me a jump rope, please. I've gotta hit the most crunches you've ever seen in your life right now. Mm-hmm. I had him at 99, so 99 and 55, by the way. Nice little second time that's happened. Okay. David Bowie was at 99 and 88, so a couple of the double numbers there.
But yeah, he's the end of the spectrum where it gets me to want to release the most manly man, side of me. But then and that's the Creed movies. But then Challengers came out, and then I realized that peak male performance can also be a little bit, not manly 100%. So it was there's sides to this, or there's many different ways to let out that kind of oh, okay, well, now I need to get my life together sort of kick. And Creed kind of always did that.
Yeah.
When Michael B. Jordan, just looks the way he does. I mean, that dude is
damn.
I mean, yeah, he's a physical anomaly. I mean, bro is, I don't know if it is pure nat. Do you think there? I don't know if there's any steroids going on there. I would.
I don't think so. He's not unnaturally big. Yeah, no. He's just ripped. And there comes a point, what I think steroids are for is expanding the body beyond what it is technically capable of. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he takes his share of vitamins. And creatine and shit like that. But I'm not saying that he's just all this is just push-ups and sit-ups. No, he does what he can. But no, I sincerely doubt steroids are involved in that because he's not. I mean, he's a big guy, but he's not oh my God, that's unnatural. No, he looks like he just has a really, really incredible physique, and he is a beautiful man. So I love. All the way up here at 55. I like that for him. I've got a queen. I've got a queen at 55. We love 55. Anne Hathaway. I adore Anne Hathaway, man.
Very much so.
Interstellar, of course. That was always a big one. But Princess Diaries, I grew up on that movie. I always loved that where she plays the Princess of Genovia under Julie Andrews, and she's a lot of fun. She was a nerd, and then she took the glasses off and straightened her hair, and all of a sudden she's beautiful. The classic trope.
Yes.
One of the only movies where they made an effort to actually make her look like a fucking dweeb prior to that, though. It wasn't just that she had glasses and therefore she looked like a nerd. No, they made her hair all frizzy and she didn't do her makeup great and, shit like that. And you're like, okay, I guess you could see how this person would be a nerd. But Devil Wears Prada, fucking love Devil Wears Prada. She is awesome in it. But I just realized that this is the third person this episode that's in Les Miserables.
I know. I'm like, there's always someone that has or one movie or something that's going to be a common theme.
I guess they all. I just associate them with each other, and I rank Anne Hathaway above Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman in the end. But she's incredible in Les Mis. I'm pretty sure she won an Oscar for her turn in Les Mis, if I'm not mistaken. She was definitely Oscar nominated. At least, but for Best Supporting Actress, if I'm not mistaken. But dude, yeah, she's awesome. The Dark Knight Rises. Holy shit! Holy shit! I mean, God damn.
That's a different part of me awoke. I think I became slightly more of a man. Kind of. I saw that. I was like, oh. Okay.
She made me want to get my life together, Like it was like I gotta lock in. I gotta study. I gotta make sure that I do well in school because I need to be worthy of a woman like this. Ella Enchanted, Brokeback Mountain. She's not a huge part of Brokeback Mountain, but she is in Brokeback Mountain. She's not a small part of Brokeback Mountain either. She's one of the dude's wives. So I'm going to be in the Odyssey this summer.
Yeah.
Just had a movie in theaters called Mother Mary, and obviously Devil Wears Prada 2. So still prolific, still the queen. Love me some Anne Hathaway. Have her at 55.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love me some Anne Hathaway. And it won't be this week. Won't be next. But in a little, we will get back get back to her. Yes. But in the meantime, we will shoot over to, I think, no, I don't know if you've mentioned him actually. Maybe for the first time. Maybe you have. This is where I have Paul Mescal. I guess we had, a Russell Crowe, Maximus, and now we have the son.
There you go. We
got
son.
Lucius.
It's actually the second time that's happened. As I had Paul Mescal at number 90, so they were mentioned in the same episode for both of us.
Whoa, that's okay. That's really weird. Lining up in multiple ways. More than one. But yeah, there's even more Paul Mescal I got to get to. I still haven't seen Hamnet, which I find on my list of many movies to get to. The ones that are kind of at the top are all of the Best Picture and kind of all of the last Oscar year ones that I didn't quite get to yet. And that one, I don't know. I've been listening to the soundtrack so much. It's so beautiful. It's so ethereal. It's been like pushing me through finals week, and I don't know, it's what I study to. It's beautiful. So I feel like I already have a connection to that movie a little bit without even seeing it. But yeah, All of Us Strangers, him in there, and then him in Gladiator I did love. I think the first one I do love a lot more. But I think Paul Mescal is someone who I think has a very bright future in acting. I think this guy is
absolutely.
He's just got the talent. He's got the look for it too. He fits the bill of an actor. I feel like I don't know why that is, but he just kind of looks like an actor to me. And yeah, he can. Maybe it's because he has a somewhat normal person look, but in all of his roles, his face looks so different. His Lucius face is not like what he looks like in All of Us Strangers. Those are two completely different people in my head.
I've made a horrible mistake.
Oh. And? There's
somebody on my list, or somebody who I was certain was on my list.
Oh.
Not for weeks yet.
Uh-oh.
That isn't on my list.
Uh-oh.
I'm talking supposed to be top 20, top 15. Oh, fuck me. Ooh. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
So I'm just going to go ahead and get a bonus pick in at some point.
Maybe, yeah, I think I forgot which top 100 we did, but we had a 0. We had a pick 0.
It was Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Fuck. That's a travesty. I was because I've been looking at the list so much, and word association, something came to mind, and I was like, let me check where I've got him. And then I kept scrolling, and I was like, no.
Uh-oh.
No, God, no, fuck, no. He's not here. Fuck me. That's a problem. I'll figure it out. But I had to work through that out loud because I was not going to be able to contain that. Paul Mescal, man. Yeah, I have him at 90. Would have taken him off in a fucking heartbeat for this other guy. But I love Paul Mescal. Very, very, very good actor. Dude, I can't. That's an unbelievable oversight. How the fuck did I let that happen? Well, and that's the thing is, it wasn't an oversight. I thought he was there. That's the thing is that I thought he was already on my list. So when I went looking for him and he wasn't there, I was like, oh no,
that is scary. I hope I don't encounter any of that. But I hope not. I think everyone who's supposed to be up there is there, but there's just so many people. There's just so many actors. Which
I remember so vividly. God damn it. Okay. No, I mean, I'll figure it out. It's fine. So I'm going to have 2 50s this week. Okay. I'm going to have 2 50s this week. I'll include both of them here.
Yeah. There you go.
And that'll be that. I mean, sorry, I have 101 actors in my top 100, but I mean, I made a mistake. Okay. I made a mistake. So actually, you know what? Sorry, Katie O'Brien just left my list. That's all that happened. She was 100. Now she's 101.
Yeah.
And that's how these things go.
Rest in peace,
But
Katie O'Brien. I mean, you're
Katie
still
O'Brien.
101. It's not like it's
no, that's the threshold where I start to not like you. You know, like as soon as you hit 101, I'm like, kind of fuck you. You know, no, I'm just kidding. But my 54, I mean, every bit as aesthetically beautiful, as unbelievably rawly talented, has done so much that you're like, is this the sexiest man alive? Kind of the way you would Paul Mescal. 54 is where I have Jason Schwartzman.
Okay. Oh.
Now, yes, no, not as typically attractive as Paul Mescal is, but I have found myself deeply enamored with Jason Schwartzman on multiple occasions. The Darjeeling Limited, one of my favorite Jason Schwartzman turns. And this is kind of the exception to the rule earlier that I kind of made when I said, if I mostly get you from Wes Anderson, you're probably not here. This is this is it, man.
He's
you got to get Jason Schwartzman on the list. Rushmore, Darjeeling, Asteroid City, of course. Ash and Fantastic Mr. Fox, because I'm little. I fucking love him in that. I just rewatched French Dispatch the other night. He's not a huge part of that, but he's the artist for the paper, and he's incredible. I love his little role there. Again, I brought up Daniel Craig, Queer. He has a really great role in that movie where he's got a stories to tell in abundance whenever he shows up to the bar. And they never really believe him, but they're like, you know what, fuck it. The villain in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, love to see it. He plays a gay guy who has to marry Kirsten Dunst and Marie Antoinette. Megalopolis, he pops up in that. Into the Spider or Across the Spider-Verse, he's Spot.
Oh yeah.
Moonrise Kingdom, I love him as Cousin Ben. Officiating the wedding, that's always good. So yeah, I mean, I love Jason Schwartzman, and I can't get enough of him. And certainly not someone I would ever consider plucking off the list to insert anybody else, but love Jason Schwartzman.
And I do have him, not too far away, but not this episode. So we'll return a little bit to him. Yeah, another one that honestly, I feel like early on I said, yeah, no, if it was only one role, it's probably not going to last for much longer after this point. This one is kind of, it really is one role. But I've seen her in a couple else, but this is where I have Carrie Ann Moss, good old Trinity. The Matrix. It is strong enough to where the core group of the Matrix,
the core three are all here.
They're going to be here. Yeah, they were going to be here. So it was a matter of where they were going to plop. So this is just where Trinity came. But in Memento, the role she had there, as Nolan's movies go, I think I like his other ones more, but it was still good.
Yeah, it's solid. She's really good in it.
So I did like her there.
The Acolyte.
Yeah, and then especially I wish we could have gotten even more. With her, I think she fit the bill of a
those
Jedi
flashbacks,
so well. Yeah, and that's I mean I just kind of want a season 2 of the Acolyte. I just want, I think it'd be beautiful. It could just actually continue. But so I think every time she has popped up in anything, it's been nice to see. But I feel like there's just so much more of her work that I haven't seen. And
Dog's barking for Carrie Ann Moss. You love.
There we go. It. Yep. Add her to the list. It makes sense. I feel like the Matrix probably shaped, like, I don't know. It was very 99, so I guess we did grow up with it, but I feel like seeing a woman in a very tight span or leather, what's that, no, that's not leather,
it's leather.
Is it leather? Yeah, just leather suit. I think that this just kind of changed the game for or put it on display. But then also just kind of I don't know. Like the Matrix, that's why the Matrix is just so bad. It is so good is because like everyone is hot. Like Neo and Trinity are hot, but like that's not why the movie's cool. Like they're they're cool first, and then it just happens that they're also hot at the same time while they're doing it. So it's
that
just
helps, of course.
Yeah, the Matrix. The crew is gonna be here, but this is the first of the Holy Trinity.
The
Trinity
Nebuchadnezzar group there. Yeah, I love it. I love it. My next one, you mentioned the one role is the why they're here. Mm-hmm. This one, it's really one role, but I've seen him in enough other things to go, I really like you as an actor, but there's one role above the rest by like a lot, and that goes a long way for me, and that's 53 is Jeff Bridges. The dude. Okay. Yeah. I love the Big Lebowski, and he is so fucking good as the little Lebowski. Actually, he is not the Big Lebowski. That's the point of the movie. But he's the dude, man. I love his portrayal. Caucasian man. He's that's what he calls his drink. It's a White Russian. It's outstanding. Tron, of course. Biodigital jazz, man.
Come on.
You gotta love it. He built this in a cave with a box of scraps. He's transcended with his quotes for sure. But the Last Picture Show, another one that I really love, the Peter Bogdanovich lost episode of ours. We did record an entire episode on the Last Picture Show that is now unavailable entirely. But I mean, he's great in it. It's not a huge role, and a very, very young Jeff Bridges. But damn, he's really good. And I've always really appreciated him as an actor, and it's really because of the dude. But man, he's done a lot of really, really good stuff, and I want to see more even. But The Giver, I forgot that he's in The Giver. Not a good movie, not a great movie.
But wow,
great book, but not a good movie.
I did love that book. That was a good book. I did not like to be force-fed books at the time, but man, that one.
If I was gonna get, I even kind of resented it whenever I liked one that they force-fed me. I'd be like, okay, well, fuck you. So you hit it, you got it this one time. He's also in a Stanley Lumet movie or a Sidney Lumet movie called The Morning After with Jane Fonda. That's kind of it's not an incredible movie, but it's solid enough. It's serviceable, and he's good in it, and so is Jane Fonda. But Jeff Bridges, man, had to have him, and I got him at 53.
All right, we'll return to Jeff Bridges. Still a massive blind spot, The Big Lebowski for me. But even without seeing it, I do have him and a little bit higher. I do. Tron is Tron. I don't know, and that's the creator right there. That is the dude. I see why, and I'm now seeing I don't know. It came out in '84 called Starman, where he is Starman.
John Carpenter movie.
Karen Allen as well. That's kind of okay. I kind of want to see that now. But yeah, I guess we will return to Jeff Bridges in a bit. But in the meantime, we will go to 52. Right here. Not a one-time role here. This dude he's established in a whole lot. And another kind of in real life boosts him a little bit. This is where another Star Wars, I guess. Didn't think about it, but Mace Windu. Samuel L. Jackson, a legend in the game, and someone who, like, I always hear like how much he donates or like how much he gives back to like young actors or just to charity or to everything, and it's like which is really, really cool. Always like boosts it, makes it feel like he's just a really genuine person, and I mean he's a working man, or he's in a whole lot. And I think I'm trying to think of like earliest exposure. I mean, I've always known him as Nick Fury, And that's like, I feel like the biggest, for a long time. But I mean, Frozone, maybe, I guess, I'm trying, true. Yeah, did Mace Windu or Frozone come first? Probably would have been Mace Windu. Those are probably close between the two of them. It's just they're probably shown to me before my actual memory kicked in, anyways. So I think it was. It's just which. Yeah. I don't know which one came first, but yeah, no, he's just kind of. I've always loved me some Samuel L. Jackson, and he's weird. Kong Skull Island just keeps coming up. I mean, I don't like John C. Reilly. In Kong Skull Island, I feel like we were
crazy cast. It's got a crazy cast.
Samuel L. Oh my God, Tom Hiddleston. Yeah,
Tom Hiddleston
is in there. I feel like there was one more that we did bring up, but anyway, yeah, he is in there. Kong does absolutely just, I think, stomp on him. I think he's the crazed military general who's kind of stuck in his ways, thinking he can kill Kong, and he gets humbled. He gets a taste of his own medicine there. Kind of the only time where I'm like really rooting against Samuel L. Jackson. I feel like that's rare in a lot of his movies.
It doesn't happen much.
But yeah, he's I don't know, just one that I knew had to be on here, and I feel like he kept dropping, like he was on here early, and then he just kept dropping, and I think it was just I do love his roles, but there's not that like super connection that I feel with kind of other actors that are higher up, but yeah, he's I don't know, can't deny his prowess, I don't think at all. He is up there, but yeah, 52 for me on my list.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play a little bit of catch up, and I'm gonna read you my 53 and 52, as they are newly minted. Yeah. So my 53 again is Tom Hardy. I love me some Tom Hardy. I've always really, really enjoyed. Just generally, his presence and stuff is going to make it better. My first exposure to him was something called This Means War, which is a rom-com where he plays a CIA agent across from Chris Pine, and they are in pursuit of the same woman. I believe it's Reese Witherspoon, if I'm not mistaken. And they are using every espionage tool at their disposal to sabotage each other in the pursuit of this woman. Like they're CIA partners, and it's kind of coming between them. It's so funny. It's goofy as hell. Not an incredible movie, but a very, very serviceable rom-com. But favorite stuff, Fury Road. I brought up Locke whenever you mentioned him. It was one I just watched for the first time, where he is on screen for the full 85 minutes just on the phone, and he is so good in it. Dunkirk didn't come up earlier with him.
Yes. I'm glad you did bring him back up.
Yes, because that is one of the best parts of that movie. Him and Cillian Murphy, really. But he's awesome in Dunkirk, and it did come up then. But I think my favorite role of his is Peaky Blinders. I love his role as Alfie Solomons. He's so fucking good. He's effortlessly, he doesn't give a flying fuck in that show. It's all business. But like, he handles it so casually. He has no personal attachments. He'll do whatever is best for his money, and it doesn't matter. And anytime anybody makes a decision contrary to that, he's like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, you should have killed me. You're an idiot. It's really funny, and I really enjoy him. So Tom Hardy, don't get tired of him. I could watch him at anything. Love it. So Tom Hardy, 53. 52, to officially catch up here with you. This is where I have Catherine O'Hara. I love Catherine O'Hara, and obviously I grew up on Home Alone and Home Alone 2, where she plays the mom, and for the longest time it's all I knew her as. So whenever I discovered that she was a really, really talented comedian, and was just extremely funny outside of these movies where she plays a concerned mom, it kind of blew me away. And she is hysterical. Her movies, her roles in the Eugene Levy, Christopher Guest series of films that included Waiting for Guffman and A Mighty Wind and Best in Show and For Your Consideration. I watched all three of those four recently. I haven't seen For Your Consideration, but my favorite of those with her in it is A Mighty Wind. And she is as lovable as she's ever been in that movie. They're all mockumentary comedies, kind of almost certainly influenced what became The Office and Parks and Rec, and was funnier than those though. Even like they are hysterical movies. And she is a big reason why. Schitt's Creek, that sitcom is always going to be one of my favorites of all time. And she is so funny in it. She has like this, she has this accent that's impossible to place. It's not real. There's no region it's actually associated with. She's she's a Canadian that sounds like maybe she's supposed to be English, but she's definitely not English. She's Canadian. And they're like, so she ends up doing this thing, and there's nothing that it sounds like outside of that. She sounds kind of like Jennifer Coolidge, even.
I know. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, yeah, it's a weird
My
hint
Rose. There's a little bit of a Coolidge thing going on. Who is also a part of those Christopher Guest, Eugene Levy comedies, by the way. So maybe there's a little bit of an influence there. But Home Alone, After Hours. I love her in After Hours, even though she doesn't have a huge role. Pops up as the artist chick who's putting up the posters of him. Yeah, love her. She hangs up whenever he's on the phone, and she's like 5, 6, 7, 3, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, love me some Catherine O'Hara. So got her here at 52.
Yeah, and her in The Last of Us, as well as the therapist in the town. That's barely holding it down herself, or like, well, on the surface, very much holding it down, but then she's like, all right, now I'm off the clock. Time to drink. Time to tell you my problems. Or she's. Yeah. She's
I don't
awesome.
give a fuck.
But, Okay. Well, I guess I didn't have her, but I'm glad we did get the chance.
R.I.P. legend. Love you, Catherine O'Hara. But 52.
All right. Well, moving on. You did already have him, my 51 mentioned before, and very recently. Kind of a movie propelled him a lot higher than I think he would have been. This is Grace from Project Hail Mary, Ryan Gosling, our Ken, our the La La Land. I think is
Seb.
Love that's a gem of a movie. So he isn't the he does have his role that he likes to play, but when he wants to get down and serious, he can. And I think like Project Hail Mary was the perfect blend of I think it all. Like it was like it's what we know you as, but man, did that movie, I don't know. I
think that movie's gonna sneakily,
oh my God,
end up garnering a ton of acclaim come next award season.
Yes.
I think that I even think that there's a possibility, depending on what the rest of the year holds, that he gets a Best Actor nod for it.
Whoa, okay, yeah. I wonder. I mean, because like it's just infectious. Like I loved it when it came out, but it's only been getting better, and I think about it all the time. And it's like whenever is it out on streaming yet? I guess I
don't think so. It got an extended theatrical release because of how successful it did. No, I went and saw it a second time after we saw it, and I took Emily and we took a couple of our friends, and I cried like 6 times or something like that.
Yeah.
And I took an edible before, so I was feeling a lot. But regardless, there's so much about that movie that's just so lovely. And
yeah.
It's one of those ones where I'm like, I felt like I wasn't supposed to like it as much as I did, but I instantly fell in love with it, and it does it for me, man. And Ryan Gosling is exceedingly good in it. I think that he does some really, really special work there.
Yeah, and I guess the second time that I guess Kevin Weir, The Martian, and now that's the right artist,
Andy Weir,
right? Andy. Okay, I'm like that. Something isn't sounding right, and I think I might have misspoke earlier when I brought him up in The Martian. I might have called him Kevin as well.
Gotcha.
But yeah, same artist, right? Or same author.
Yeah, Andy Martian, Weir, same author.
Okay,
yeah.
yes, okay, good. Glad that I'm tracking there. But yeah, he, I don't know, The Martian was good, but this one, I don't know, this movie, everything was right. It just a actual blockbuster. I think they're just a crowd pleaser in some areas, but then also like just a badass sci-fi movie that is really growing on me, stuff, and yeah, kind of probably will be a favorite of all time. I'd say, in the grand scheme. So yeah, I love Ryan Gosling. He's always fun. He's the better version of Ryan Reynolds that can actually do more
infinitely better
than just one.
Of Ryan Reynolds.
So yeah, he has the look. He is hot as hell. He has the chops. Gorgeous. In the acting game. Yep. So yeah, I had to have him. So
I love it. Mm-hmm. I love it. Well, then my 51 is going to be Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Tommy Lee Jones. I've always had a soft spot for him. The amount of stuff I've seen him in is sneaky. You're like, holy shit, I've seen Tommy Lee Jones in a lot of stuff. Batman Forever, I think, was my earliest exposure when he played Two-Face. Oh, okay. Played Harvey Dent Two-Face. In that, and he is having a ton of fun playing Harvey Dent Two-Face. He's incredible in it. Let's see, Men in Black when I was younger, that was always a big one. But it's more the stuff that I've aged into watching. JFK. Yeah. He plays a really interesting part in JFK. Like, just as far as what you've come to understand Tommy Lee Jones as, where stereotypically, he's kind of like the sergeant, like he's a hard ass, he's a badass, and he's, it's his way or the highway, basically, and then you meet him in JFK, and I mean, he's very masculine, typically. It's a different turn for him in JFK. I'll just leave it at that. One where he is playing what you kind of expect of him, of course, Captain America, the First Avenger, where he's, doubtful of the little Chris Evans, prior to him becoming big, normal Chris Evans. I shouldn't say normal. There's nothing normal about that. But I love him in that. But Hunted was what I was thinking of particularly, where he plays a guy who used to train, special ops, like taught men how to kill. I will teach you how to kill. And then one of his students loses his mind and starts going off unhinged, and he has to hunt him. His student is Benicio del Toro. This movie is directed by William Friedkin, who did The Exorcist and all sorts of other stuff that is really, really good. Strong movie. Strongly recommend it. But recently, what very quickly became my favorite Tommy Lee Jones performance of all time. Oh, I didn't mention this one. No Country for Old Men. People love that movie. I need to rewatch it badly. I think I watched it a little before I was capable of fully getting it. And I think that I would get a lot out of a rewatch of No Country for Old Men. But recently I watched for the first time Lincoln. So he's been in Lincoln and he's been in JFK. Don't know if there's a connection there. Need this man in a movie called Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? What's that mean? I don't know. The Tommy Lee Jones is incredible in that movie. He plays a sort of he plays a senator from the time of Abraham Lincoln, where he is a radical abolitionist. He believes in full equality for black people, and not just in their being freed, but their being, viewed as equal people and getting the right to vote and being able to own land. He believes in 40 acres and a mule and reparations and all these wonderful things. And he plays it perfectly. I love me some Tommy Lee Jones. So, got that man at 51.
Okay. I didn't have them on my list, but yeah, I think Men in Black, that was the earliest exposure for me for sure, and like the most kind of present, I feel like, for him. But yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, the top of the list here, I guess the king of this episode. He was brought up in the people who didn't quite make your list this episode. So kind of another crazy coincidence, but this is where I have Robert Downey Jr. The Tony Stark, the Iron Man, the Louis Strauss, and I do love me Iron Man. He was my guy. I've since evolved into liking other characters more in Marvel, but at one point in time, he was number one. He was number one, and there was no doubt about it. Team Cap or Team Iron Man, no question. I had there was zero hesitation. I was, fuck Cap at one point, which is crazy. Like the division worked on me so well. Like I don't know. It was very, very interesting, a phase of my life. But yeah, and the one Sherlock movie that I like Benedict Cumberwinkle's Sherlock a lot more. But his time as Sherlock was,
I believe there were two Sherlock movies with Robert Downey Jr. if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, but I think there were two.
Wow, yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't think I've ever seen the sequel. I think
I've never seen the second one.
Yeah, I think I've only seen the first. But yeah, the one part I did, like when he was like boxing this dude and he was like breaking it down,
making all the calculations, and he was
like, "Yes,
sick.
I will break his jaw," or blah blah. And like it's like, okay, that's actually kind of sick. But yeah, so I think an actor I do love. I don't know how the Doom, him as Doom is gonna roll over. It feels kind of weird. But I think hopefully it'll be cool. I don't know, like hopefully there's a twist.
I mean, they got me, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
they got me.
Yeah.
I'm now morbidly curious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, I've got to see that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's ultimately, I think, the reason they did it. Was to be like, don't you just have to know how the fuck this happened? And I kind of do,
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully it's cool.
Yeah, no. But so Zodiac, like there are movies that
Great
that is
movie.
not just Iron Man or some so he's
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
do love him more than just Iron Man, but couldn't go too high. I guess there's even more. There's many more superheroes above him still yet to go. Or
Beautiful.
superhero roles.
I look forward to it.
He's kind of, I guess, the midway point. That's wow. We're there.
Yep, he's the middle of the list.
Crazy.
He's the middle of the list. I am also going to have someone you've already mentioned, but was a part of your list here at 50. This is where I have Tilda Swinton. I adore Tilda Swinton, and actually was my most recent rewatch prior to coming onto the show here. I watched The Room Next Door was the movie I just watched. It's her, Julianne Moore. It's directed by Pedro Almodovar. Absolutely incredible movie. And so that very quickly emerged as part of my top 4 for her. But another semi-regular for Wes. She's been in a lot of Wes Anderson stuff ever since Moonrise Kingdom. I believe she's been a part of everything except maybe the Phoenician Scheme.
Yeah, Grand Budapest.
Grand Budapest, Isle of Dogs, French Dispatch.
Yep.
So I'm like, she's great as J.K. Berenson in French Dispatch. Loved her as I believe one of the archangels in Constantine, if you'll recall. I believe that she meets face to face with Keanu at one point and has this kind of androgynous, sexy thing going on.
Gabriel. Wow.
Gabriel, that's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Quite the pull. Yeah. I don't know why that just occurred to me, but it did. I was like, I remember Constantine, underrated movie. Love it. But a few of the ones that I really, really love her in that are more recent, Suspiria. Luca Guadagnino's Suspiria, where she is weird. You know, she's playing one of her. I mean, she's deep in her bag, in that one. It's a strange one for sure. But another one that I absolutely love that's been incredibly creatively fulfilling and fueling is one called Problemista, by Julio Torres, where she plays this kind of eccentric artist type, and she's mentoring Julio Torres, and she's super fun in it. But yeah, the West stuff again, Asteroid City, another big one that I like her in a lot. Yeah, I just, The Killer, we mentioned that a couple times whenever she came up on your list. She's just been a big part of a lot of really, really cool stuff. And I'm always down for her. She's a voice of a really interesting character in the Guillermo del Toro Pinocchio movie, Okja, Burn After Reading, Snowpiercer. She's just done a laundry list of really cool stuff. Ballad of a Small Player, The Personal History of David Copperfield. She's, just an obscene list of stuff that I have always really enjoyed. So I have her, and she tops the list of the 50s for this week, and I'm very, very pleased with that. But I think with that, we can go ahead and read her on back.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and give me your list from 50 to 59, my friend.
All right. At 50, it was RDJ. Let's one more time. At 50, it was RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. 51, Ryan Gosling. 52, Samuel L. Jackson. 53, Carrie-Anne Moss. 54, Paul Mescal. 55, Michael B. Jordan. Wow, a lot of 3 names, this list, I'm recognizing. Right. 56, Will Ferrell. 57, Daisy Ridley. 58, Donald Glover. And 59, Liam Cunningham.
Well, and to add to your 3, including the middle one, the person you left off was John C. Reilly.
Man, damn.
So you got a little bit of a theme going there for you. But for me, 50, Tilda Swinton. 51, Tommy Lee Jones. 52, Catherine O'Hara. 53, Tom Hardy. 53, Jeff Bridges. 54, Jason Schwartzman. 55, Anne Hathaway. 56, Anya Taylor-Joy. 57, Russell Crowe. 58, Hugh Jackman. And 59, Nick Cage. And with that, we can conclude this part of the top 100 favorite actors of all time. We'll be back literally right now. If you want to go ahead and click on the next part, you can. The 40s are available at this moment. 49 through 40, working away from the bottom to the top, and I've got some heavy hitters in that one, man. I am very excited. But I think with that, we can conclude this episode of The Cinementalists. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, free Palestine and fuck ICE.